Then, my lord, 200 and 201. And this is the last provision which I will bother your lordship with the Constituent Assembly debates, my lord, and then I'll come to other submissions, my lord. Please see Government of India Act 1919. This is very relevant because this is directly in question. This is precursor to Article 200. What are the options available for the governor when a bill is presented to him? Is he supposed to sign it as an automated person, as my lord, one word which is
The postman.
he's not a postman. That's what, my lord, my effort would be, and that comes out from the constituent debate. The very nature, in the very manner in which Article 200 is couched, the language which is used, it gives him options. And when I am given 3 options, means I have been given discretion to choose one of them. The word discretion being used or not used will make no consequence if I am given 3 options or 4 options. I'll show that, my lord. Please come to, my lord, section 12 of Government of India Act 1919. And this would be, my lord, relevant, directly relevant for the present purpose. Where a bill has been passed by a local legislative council, the governor, lieutenant governor, or chief commissioner may, instead of declaring that he assents to, or first option, my lord, is granting assent, assents to, or withholds his assent from the bill. Second option, return the bill to the council for reconsideration. Third option, either in whole or in part, together with any amendments which he may recommend, or in cases prescribed by rules under the Principal Act may, and if the rules so require, shall reserve the bill for consideration of the Governor General. That is precedent. So 4 options: assent, withhold, return to the House, or refer it to the Governor General, which is the present day President, for his assent. Where a bill is reserved for the consideration of the Governor General, the following provisions shall apply when it goes to the President in the present terminology. The Governor, Lieutenant Governor, or Chief Commissioner may, at any time within 6 months from the date of reservation of the bill, with the consent of the Governor General, return the bill for further consideration by the Council, with a recommendation that the Council shall consider amendments thereto. The President can refer it back. Instead of the Governor choosing, Governor may choose that I will send it to Governor General, then namely the President. He can say that no, I send it back. B, after any bill so returned has been further considered by the Council, together with any recommendations made by the Governor, Lieutenant Governor, of Chief Commissioner relating thereto, the bill, if reaffirmed with or without amendment, may be again presented to the Governor, Lieutenant Governor, or Chief Commissioner. Any bill reserved for the consideration of the Governor General shall, if assented to by the Governor General within a period of 6 months. Time limit was prescribed by the Act itself for the President equivalent, namely the Governor General, to act. And I'll come to, my lord, that as soon as possible part. That is also, my lord, taken care of. From the date of such reservation become law on due publication of such assent, in the same way as a bill assented to by the Governor, Lieutenant Governor, or the Chief Commissioner, but if not assented to by the Governor General within such period of 6 months, shall lapse. Consequence also provided, time limit stipulated, and consequence provided, meaning thereby the time limit is mandatory, not discretionary, and be of no effect unless before expiration of that period, either one, the bill has been returned by the Governor, Lieutenant Governor, or Chief Commissioner for further consideration by the Council, or in the case of the Council not being in session, a notification has been published of an intention so to return the bill at the commencement of the session. The Governor General may, except where the bill has been reserved for his consideration, instead of assenting to or withholding his assent from any act passed by local legislature, declare that he reserves the act for the signification of his majesty's pleasure. Well, this was a standalone provision because there was someone above the Governor General, the present day President. Here, my lord, President is
There's no one above the.
no one above. Assenting to withhold, my lord, therefore, my lord, and I would come to that, my interpretation of the term withhold is that it is not given effect to it falls through. That's how the Supreme Court has read. Falls through. And please, my lord, read, my lord, these provisions in this context. Now, 13. Provision for case of failure to pass legislation in Governor's Legislative Council. Where a Governor's Legislative Council has refused leave to introduce or has failed to pass in a form recommended by the Governor any bill relating to a reserved subject, that is, my lord, state list, the Governor may certify that the passage of the bill is essential for the discharge of his responsibility for the subject, and thereupon the bill shall, notwithstanding that the council have not considered thereto, be deemed to have passed. There is a deeming provision made by way of a statute. Deeming provision of a bill having been passed can be made either by a statute or by amendment of the Constitution. I'll come to that little later, my lord, whether that can be done by a judicial verdict, that's a separate argument. And shall, on signature by the Governor, become an act of the local legislature in the form of the bill as originally introduced or proposed to be introduced in the council, etc. My lord, rest of them may not, my lord, assist your lordships. Please come to, my lord, my lord, 72 is the draft bill of the constitutional advisor. And my lord, kindly come to, my lord, first 70, my lord, assent. This is again 1935 Act. What I read was 1919 Act, now 1935 Act. A bill which has been passed by the Provincial Legislative Assembly, that is, my lord, present day State Assembly, or in case of a province having a legislative council, has been passed by both chambers of the provincial legislature, shall be presented to the Governor, and the Governor, in his discretion, my lord, the other side would harp upon this, that there was a discretion which now no longer exists in Article 200. Therefore, I am highlighting, my lord. In his discretion, shall declare either that one, he assents in his majesty's name to the bill, second, or that he withholds assent therefrom, third, or that he reserves the bill for consideration of the Governor General, that is, my lord, President, provided that the Governor may, in his discretion, return the bill. This is the fourth option. Return the bill together with a message requesting that the chamber or chambers will reconsider the bill or any specified provisions thereof, and in particular will consider the desirability of introducing any such amendment as he may recommend in his message. And when a bill is so returned, the chamber of chambers shall consider it accordingly. It stopped here. So three options, he can straightway say, I withhold, I grant assent. He can say, I withhold the assent, meaning thereby I will show the bill falls through. Third, he may say that no, there is some repugnancy, some violation of fundamental rights, I refer it to the President. And fourth option, in his discretion, he can say that no, it is curable defect in the bill, and therefore I return it with my message that this particular provision is repugnant. There is already a central law occupying the field, and therefore you please reconsider. Or even desirability, that instead of 19 years of age, you consider 21 or any such thing, my lord. I'm just not giving hypothetical examples. But four options were available to the Governor then. Now, my lord, draft constitution, para 72, when Mr. B.N. Rao, Dr. B.N. Rao, my lord, prepared the draft constitution. A bill which has been passed by the Provincial Legislative Assembly, or in case of a province having the Legislative Council, has been passed by both houses of the provincial legislature, shall be presented to the Governor, and the Governor shall declare either that he assents to the bill, one, My lord, I was reading 147 as suggested by, my lord, by the constitutional advisor. A bill which has been passed by the provincial legislative assembly, or in case of a province having legislative council, has been passed by both houses of provincial legislature, shall be presented to the governor, and the governor shall declare either, the first option, he assents to the bill, or second option, that he withholds assent therefrom, third option, that he reserves the bill for consideration of the president. Provided that where there is only one house of legislature of a province and the bill has been passed by both the houses of the houses, the governor may, in his discretion, it was initially there, in his discretion, return the bill together with a message requesting that the House will consider the desirability of introducing, I'm not reading it, it's the same,
Almost same.
except there is no consequence provided. If the House returns it back, now it says, governor shall not withhold. It comes, my lord, subsequently. Now, my lord, the committee, drafting committee, now, my lord, please come to, my lord, now draft prepared by the drafting committee at page 145. No real change, your lordship can take it from me, my lord. The drafting committee also goes this way, my lord. Then, in the draft constitution prepared by the drafting committee, now 201. Your lordships have 20, 200 and 201 present. That is, my lord, the subject matter of, my lord, the reference and your lordships advice. 201, my lord, was drafted by drafting committee like this. When a bill is reserved by a governor into two sections. Because now we have a president, and president has a different regime where he is bound by the aid and advice. He does not have, my lord, the choice, etc. I'll come to that.